Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So often, when police kill black people, when they kill our people, when they kill our brothers, our sisters, our sons, and our daughters, we're told to be politically correct. We're told to tone it down. We're told to be polite and courteous in our speech. We're told to be forgiving and loving in our speech. Often these families that are victims of police brutality, often these people have been counseled by their attorneys. Their attorneys tell them to tone it down. Their attorneys tell them not to encourage violence. Their attorneys tell them to be forgiving and to be loving. Their pastors tell them this. Their pastors tell them to forgive the killers. Their pastors tell them to love their enemies. Their pastors teach them to be good slaves. That's what happens too often. So before a man is even brought to trial for killing your loved one, here people are praying for forgiveness for the killer. But for once, here we have a bold, courageous black woman who is speaking the truth, who is speaking from the heart, who isn't concerned about being politically correct, who isn't concerned about saying the right things, who is speaking genuinely and truly about how she feels about this situation. Speaking from the heart. And this is what we need, man. People need to see the realness. People need to see the pain that our people experience. We need to express this rage. This rage at a system that doesn't care about us. This rage at a system that rages and destroys and ravages our community. A system that's supposed to protect and serve, but instead of protecting and serve, it patrols, it harasses, it abuses, it murders. And I'm just glad to see a strong black woman speak out instead of saying what's politically correct. Instead of talking about forgiving these people, instead of telling you to do the right thing and not protest and not be outraged. That's what freedom looks like. Freedom begins in the mind. Too many of us are enslaved mentally. Telling the people to take it easy, telling the people not to protest, telling the people to restrain themselves and to be law-abiding and to talk about how all officers aren't brutal and all officers aren't bad. It's just a few bad apples. That's the stuff that they tell people to say. But I'm glad that this sister kept it 100. And I think that people need to heed her call and do what their heart tells them to do. Enough. Enough. It's time for us to do what we need to do. And I want to salute those people who were in the streets protesting, because we have to get from away from these computers and get out in these streets and put in this work if we want to make a difference in this world.